Hello, my lovely children. Today we're going to do a daily review, and you're going to make sure to put your name at the top of your paper. Thick white at the top, holes to your left. Make sure you're writing on the lines. So today we're going to work with addition. We're also going to be using a lot of vocabulary words. Now there's multiple strategies that we focus on with addition. We've used popsicle sticks, we've used base 10 blocks, we've used partial product, we've used decomposing and composing, we've used expanded form to be able to add in place value. So all of these different things we have been working on. If you don't have a piece of paper, make sure you got your piece of paper because you're going to have to turn it into your basket when you're done. We're going to work on 300 plus 127. Now there's a couple different ways to do this. A lot of us can look at this if you're really good with place values and you know you're adding across zeros. So you just automatically go, well, I know I've got one more 100 and then 27, so I know it's going to be 427. So we really didn't need to use partial product or anything there. Remember, this is called a what? It's called an add-in. This is called a what? Yep, it's called an add-in. You have two add-ins. This is called a what? It's called a sum, because a sum is the answer to an addition problem. Now, there's a lot in this equation that kids don't think about. You've learned it, but you haven't really thought about it, because when you learn it, you just keep going. This is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Ones place, tens place, hundreds place. So when we do expanded form, we're breaking it up into the different place values, and that also leads us into partial products. So let's do 432 plus, or added to, or combined, it can be any of those, 3, 5, 6 equals. This time I want you to use the partial product that we've been working with. Partial product, so that means I'm going to take my hundreds, make sure you're staying on the lines, plus 300, and that's going to equal what? You're right, 700. Then we have to take our tens place. We have to take 30 plus 50. Now we're expanding those numbers with the expanded form, but we're just going down, aren't we? Because 400 plus 30 plus 2 equals 432. 300 plus 50 plus 6 equals 356. But we're breaking it apart, or decomposing it, into partial sums to get your answer. So 30 plus 50 is 80. Make sure you're lining up your digits. And then we have 2 plus 6 equals, and this is going to be in my ones place. So when I have all my partial products, I'm going to add them together, and I'm going to get 6, I'm going to get 8, and I'm going to get 7. I hope you got that question correct. Now we're going to try another one. I want you to solve it. Did you get it correct? If you did, which strategy did you use? Did you use the partial products like we've been working with? 500 plus 200 equals 700. 90 plus 70 equals 160. Make sure to line those place values up. 3 plus 9 equals 12. So now when I add straight down, I get 2, 7, 8. So my answer is 872. I hope that's what you put in. I also didn't put my answer over here, 800 or 786. So there's our partial products. Let's spiral back, and I want to see if you can do expanded form. Expanded form. I want you to expand 613. I hope you chose 600 plus 10 plus 13. Let's try again. I want you to expand 845. I hope you did 800 plus 40 plus 5. Remember, if you don't get a passing grade on this, then I'm going to reset it and you're going to have to redo it again. So make sure you're trying your hardest. Alright, so we know expanded form. Let's try word form. Word form. I'm going to write the word and you're going to choose which one's correct. $324. You should have chose 324. And this would be in standard form, wouldn't it? So I wrote it in word form and you had to choose it in standard form. Up here, you had to change it to expanded form and I gave you standard form. So now let's go in reverse. You may have to flip your paper over. I know I'm going to have to. We're still writing with a thick white at the top. So if I give you this number in standard form, I want you to choose it in word form. You should have chose 500, 93. Nope. I wrote a digit, didn't I? 93. Now if I write it in expanded form, I want you to choose it in standard form. You should have chose 678. The last question before you turn it in. we're going to go back to an addition. You're going to do 793 plus 565. Solve that problem. You should have done 700 plus 500, which is going to give you 1200. Make sure to put your comma. Then you've got 90 plus 60, which is going to give you 150. Make sure you're lining your place values up. And then you should have had 3 plus 5, which is 8. You add all of those together, get 1,358. Make sure to turn your paper into the basket.